Hi everyone, Dr. Kalaiko here, and today I want to talk about healthy neighborhoods and schools. So in my previous video, I talked about how about 50% of our health has to do with our social factors and neighborhood level factors. So since that's such a big portion of what our health is and it contributes so much to our health, I want to focus on that first. And it's also something that each of us as community members can have some impact on. So I'll talk about that. So think about what your neighborhood looks like. You know, do you have sidewalks that you can walk on? Do you have green spaces and opportunities to play outside and be outside safely? So what that means is your city investing appropriate resources into these pieces of infrastructure? And to what extent are these public spaces accessible for those who are using wheelchairs, walkers, other mobility devices? So that's something to reflect on. Also, what does community safety look like? So is your community safe? And is it safe for everybody or just for certain community members? So is it safe for people of color? For people with disabilities, for example, those who may be on the autism spectrum, what do their interactions look like if they are to interact with law enforcement, for example, and people who are unhoused. How are mental health emergencies and domestic violence disputes handled? Who is dispatched to those incidents and what are the outcomes of those? And then think about access to food. So groceries, for instance, to what extent does everybody have access to fresh and nutritious and culturally appropriate food? So can you access the ingredients that you would need to cook your ancestral foods, for example? All of this is part of wholeness. You know, food is not just the calories, the fat, the carbohydrates, the protein. It's also the flavors that give you wellness of mind, body, and spirit. To what extent is your air and your water clean and safe to drink and to breathe? All of that is at the local level. So think about the leadership who is responsible for making the decisions on what they're spending their budgets on. So a lot of that has to do with your city council, as one example. So you can look this up. It's publicly available. If you Google your city, look up your city council members, and many times they'll post the information on how to participate in the public meetings for city council. There's a lot of times opportunities for public participation. So because of the pandemic, many of these meetings have moved online, so you can participate oftentimes through Zoom or other online platforms, and you can speak on topics that concern you, having to do with your local neighborhoods and cities. So let's talk about schools. So some of you might have children who are in school or people that you're taking care of who are in school. So how is the discipline handled for the children in the schools? You know, is it fair for everybody, or do certain students get disciplined more harshly than others? So if you want more information on this topic, you can Google the school to prison pipeline. Take a look at the dress code. You know, is it specifically targeting girls for the way that they dress? Is it specifically targeting natural or protective hairstyles of the Black students? So these are other ways that unfairness can show up, in schools. Are your children able to learn about your ancestors' excellence and contributions to history? Or is it only focused on things like slavery and trauma and discrimination? Think about the school mascots locally too. Are some of them depicting your community or other community members as cartoon characters or other, demeaning stereotypes? So all of these factors have been shown to have a noticeable impact on mental wellness and spiritual wellness, and all of that is part of health. So to make change, at the school level, you can engage with your child's teachers, with the principal, and even the school board members. So the school board, these are elected officials, and many of the school board meetings have also moved online recently, and they have opportunities for public participation as well. And there's also contact information for the school board members, oftentimes on the website of your school district. So these are all ways that you can engage as a community member and bring up any concerns that you might have about your neighborhood or your school. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you next time.